So shall I start, or you want me to wait for another 5 minutes?
No,
If
we
it's
can
like two,
start. No, we can
okay,
start like as we have like continuous batches after this. So
yeah,
like we can continue or hopefully they'll
right,
be joining soon.
right. That's fine, no problem. We can have a separate session for them.
No, they'll be joining to this in like next 2 minutes, I think. So meantime, you can start. You can go ahead with the Walter.
Okay, okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Thank you.
So you can share your screen now.
Yes, I'm doing that one. Introduction about myself. My name is Lakshmi Nune. People call me Lakshmi. That's what I'm familiar with. So currently I'm working as an Agile and Jira coach for National Australian Bank in Melbourne. Right, and then I do have around 20 years of IT experience. So I started my career in way back in 2000 with the Pentasoft. After that, I moved to Tech Mahindra, executed a lot of complex projects like Citigroup, GE, and other complex. And then from 2015 to 2017, it's close to 3 years. I worked as an agile coach for Telenet company in Belgium, in Europe. So I have a good solid experience as a transformational agile coach there. Due to some personal challenges with the kids' education, so I switched to my location to Melbourne. So currently I'm in Australia, Melbourne, now for last 2 years, and then I settle here. I'm a permanent resident. Coming to my professional experience, so I started my career as a developer. So I do have a good, strong technical background on the Java. With respect to my mainstream is Java, and I acted as a tech lead, I acted as a project manager, and I started switching my career into the agile space way back in 2008 and 9 itself. I started sensing that, okay, this is not my cup of tea, the waterfall methodology. So I switched my career to agile space. I started, building passion towards this in this area, and then I acted as a Scrum Master for a couple of projects. Then I enhanced my skills, done very required certifications with various institutions, and then settled as an agile coach. Okay, so that's a quick background about my professional thing. Along with this thing, I also teach, train students across the world internationally online on the Scrum, Jira, and Confluence. So this Jira and Confluence, they are the tools from the Atlassian company, and they're the number one tools for the agile, to manage the agile activities. They're from the Atlassian company, and which are in very high demand. So I combine this course of the Scrum Master plus Jira plus Confluence, and I teach to students across the world. And then I do have maybe just if you see my old students, this is some of the sample list of my old students, where you can see from London, USA, more from USA. My recent batch is from Dubai, where 6 people I have completed the course. So you can see the people from Jira. Currently, I'm training 2 people from USA, 1 people from London. That's my current previous experience with respect to the teaching. Right. Okay. That's a quick background. And maybe I just want to park myself. I just want to understand your background as well, Walter. So maybe it will help me to just go further.
You like what it is that I'm looking for, or?
Yeah. I mean, like, so who are you? Are you interested in taking the Scrum Master course, or you are currently project manager, or?
Yes. So I am currently volunteering with a group here in South Florida called Transformation Experts. They are a group of agilists who are also in the agile transformation business, and they've been at this for many years.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm volunteering with them as I'm learning about the agile methodology and the Scrum
Right.
framework.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a lot of things that I'm learning from them, but there's still some other things that I probably won't be able to get kind of hands-on, and that's
Right. Yeah. Maybe more of the real-time experience that you're looking for, real-time scenarios, challenges.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Good. Okay. So let me just give you a quick demo on, okay, what is the scope of my coverage and all those things. So before going to the scope, what I will do is I will take. close. Yeah, right. Okay. So this is the context of the waterfall methodology. We do have this brown color people. They are the business people. And let us assume that the business has identified some requirement in the form of business requirement document. And let us assume that this business requirement document, so we break down that structure to using work breakdown structure, we break down to certain functionalities. So what we will be doing in the waterfall methodology is we will take this business requirement document, and then we will go to the IT department where they are capable of transforming this business requirement to the IT deliverables where the end customer can consume it. So this, what will happen in waterfall methodology, this goes to the UI department where they build the screens with the fields. And then after that, it will move to the development department where the things will get, the actual function will be built here, actual logic function. And then once the development is done, it will be moved to the testing phase. So here you will execute the test cases in accordance with the business requirements. If there are certain test cases failing, so they will raise the bugs, it will get fixed by the development team. Again, it will be retested. And then once the testing is done, it will move to the operations department where they will deploy the functionality, and then it will be accessible by the end customer. And this is the phase-wise sequential. Maybe I should open the slide. Just give a second. So this is a sequential model that we are talking about. And main disadvantage with this model is not suitable to handle dynamic changes. That's one of the major disadvantages with this. Why dynamic changes? The customer needs are changing dynamically nowadays. All these years, the customers are okay, but now that the customers became tech savvy, their needs are growing at a rapid pace. Okay, and the customer, they don't want to wait for that long. Right. So this model is not adapting to change for to handle the dynamic changes. And added to that, the time to market is really, really long. So let us assume that if you want to deliver all this, I'm taking a classic banking example so that all of you guys can correlate easily. So if you want to deliver this set, so it's going to take around, let us assume that it's going to take 12 months for the end customer to consume. So till 12 months of time, the end customer is not in a position to avail our functionalities. So time to market is really more. And there is a lot of risk. Why I'm talking about risk? So in this 12 months of time, there could be a lot of changes in the market condition. Maybe the needs of the end customer might be changing. Whatever the functionalities that you have planned to deliver by end of 12 months, they may no longer be relevant after 12 months, maybe at least some of them. Right? So whatever the efforts and the time amount of money that you have spent on all these 12 months, so at least 60 to 70% may go in vain. That's why waterfall methodology is failing nowadays.
Right.
In order to overcome all these difficulties, so we have agile into this space. Agile is just, to me, I just treat this agile as a simple common sense. Okay, a simple mantra. How we will, if it is in agile space, how we will be executing the same project. Let us see. Right, I have the customer will not change, the business requirement will not change. What I will be doing is I will be breaking down this bigger chunk of requirements into the smaller chunks called epics and user stories. Maybe I will transform these requirements into valuable chunks where my end customer can consume. Right, so rather than going by a phase wise, for example, if I take some accounts, savings account, business accounts, rather than going by UI development testing, what I will be doing is I will be delivering accounts in first 2 months of time. I will just focus out of 10 functionalities, I will prioritize what is most valuable to the end customer, and then I will try to deliver that in the least amount of time. I will not bother to deliver all in one go. So in this way, I am engaging my customer right from the second month itself. Right? Okay. Maybe after 2 months, again, another delivery of the cards. So my customer can start using the accounts in second month, cards from the fourth month itself. So here I'm calling it as an incremental valuable delivery, continuous incremental delivery. This is what agile means. There's no rocket science here, friends. Don't think that agile is too complex and then we cannot listen. It is just we need to use our common sense. What is most valuable to the customer? that we will be prioritizing it and delivering it. So in this process, so if I'm delivering the accounts, if there is any changes that happens in the cards, maybe the customer is no longer looking for a physical cards, maybe he is looking for a digital cards, I can still scrap this down and then I can embrace the digital changes, I can deliver that to the customer. You can take off any application nowadays, so all of them, they are adapting agile. If you take their WhatsApp, for example, so what they have done, so they will create a basic platform and then continuously they will give the enhancements. So these are the functionalities which the end customers are looking. Maybe they're looking for internet-based audio call first. So they have delivered that. After that one, another release, they will deliver for a group video calling. Another release, maybe a digital wallet payments. So continuously, companies are delivering what customer is looking for. This is what agile means. Take the phones example, why they are continuously releasing. iPhone can have a set of backlog of 100 of items, and then they can say that in 2015, they might have told that, hey, wait for 2020, we will deliver all these 100. But who knows in 2020 what customer is looking for. Rather than delivering all these 100, iPhone has delivered what is top functionalities that the customer is looking for, embrace the customer base, and continuously delivering what customer is looking for all these years. Engaging the customer is really important. Customer is God nowadays. In earlier days also, the customer is the God, but now we are delivering what customer is looking for. We are not delivering what we want. Earlier, we used to define our requirements and deliver, okay, this is what we provide. Gone out those days. So we need to adapt it to the environment. That's what the agility means. Adjust it to the environment and provide what customer wants in the least possible time. So in this agile umbrella, under this agile umbrella, you have, you have a lot of methodologies, frameworks in place. So we treat agile as an umbrella. So Scrum is the leading methodology. Around 60% of the teams across the world, they are using Scrum as their preferred framework, because it's very, very closely follows the agile values and principles, which we will be discussing in the sessions. And apart from the Scrum, we do have Kanban, where some minor people are working, and you have the extreme programming. And if these frameworks are not fitting to that company, some expert coaches like me, what we will do, we will just take the best practices from Scrum, best practices from Kanban, and then we do a package called a Scrumban, and then we deliver to the companies. So that's why you see the words Scrumban, Kanban, like this. But out of all these frameworks, the leading methodology is Scrum.
Okay.
And maybe not only this one, maybe rather than me saying, if you just open a report, version 1 report, I'll quickly go through the statistics here. So it's not by me, it's a report by version 1, and the report is taken across the world. And I will share the report later, but I will just quickly go through this. Look at the benefits of adopting Agile. What the people are saying, they're able to manage changing priorities. That's what really, really matters nowadays. Project visibility is better. Development teams, they are able to know what they will be working for next few weeks. It is very, very clear. Business and IT alignment is much better. So the business teams in the waterfall methodology, once they give the business requirement document, they believe that, okay, we have done the required sign off, our job is done. We don't need to much bother. It is up to the IT department headache how they develop it. Okay, so in this process, there is a lot of disconnect. And at the end of the project, when the business come and then see the output, maybe it may not be in accordance with their expectation. The business might be telling, hey, this is not what we expect. But by this time, it's too late, because the development testing has already been done. And if there is any changes, there is a lot of rework right from the beginning. So rework also increases the missing of the timelines. It also costs you more. So, but in Agile, we are going to have a strong business and IT relation. We have certain sessions like sprint planning, product backlog refinement meeting, sprint review meeting, where business and IT together collaboratively see how we are progressing. What is the quality of the value that we are delivering to the end customer? So they continuously discuss all these things. Time to market drastically reduced. Why? So earlier in the waterfall methodology, if the customer has to use the accounts, what we learn, so he has to take at least 12 months of time to use. But in waterfall, in agile methodology, the customer is using the product right from the second month itself. Cards from fourth month, loans from sixth month. So time to market has drastically reduced. Team productivity, software quality, a lot of benefits. That's why all of the projects are moving towards agile nowadays. Lot of success ratio. Okay, so that's about the agile. And in order to manage all these agile activities, you need to have a tool. You cannot manage in an Excel sheet, or gone are the old days where you are managing your project activities in the Excel sheet. But nowadays the teams are distributed. Organizations want more transparency, better collaboration. That's why you have a lot of tools that came into the market. Out of all these tools, the leader of the agile management tool is the Jira, which is from the Atlassian. If you just type in the internet, atlassian.com, it's an Australian based company which has a product based company. It has a list of products. This company itself is fully agile. They give the products to the customers as a free trial for 1 week, and they continuously enhance their products with a lot of functionalities that the customer is looking for. And very famous software is Jira. So they proudly just claims that they're the #1 software development tool used by the agile teams, which indeed is true. Okay, so what I'll be doing in my course is, after completing, so this Scrum methodology will take around 10 hours, around 8 to 10 hours of time. So based on the depth we go. Basically, I just want a more collaborative sessions. I do take care of the collaborative sessions and encourage the teams to be very, very proactive in asking the questions, and so things may take time. And I cover all the real-time scenarios, what I have experienced in my last 20 years. So along with the theory, you will also getting the lot of practical examples that I have encountered, lot of challenges, situational based context, how to handle those things. So we will cover in the Scrum, which will take first 8 days of the training. And then after that, we will move to Jira, understanding Jira. What exactly is Jira, how to use Jira. So we will have a trial version, and then we will practice what we have learned. And so I'm telling to one of my USH student, so I will just show you how it looks like. Jira software. So there's a banking example, and using this Jira, so you will be having all the requirements logged here. So we will take a mock-up project, and then we will break down the project into a set of requirements called user stories. So these are the user stories. We will link the user stories to a bigger chunk of functionalities. Say, for example, accounts. Under accounts, we need to have savings accounts, business accounts, maybe loans. We want to have personal loan, car loan, home loan. So we will mock up a project like this, a dummy banking mode, and then we will prepare a backlog, and then we will run the sprints. We will see an incremental valuable delivery. So how we manage the activities in Jira, how we break down the stories into subtasks, and then how do we do the reporting? What are the different various charts, burn on chart, burn up chart, velocity chart, all these things. After that, we also learn about the searching, how to search effectively in Jira. There is a basic search and advanced JQuery, Jira query language. So advanced search also is there. So we will see how can we do the effective search, how can we do the filters, how can we do the report dashboards. All these exciting features we will learn in Jira. So after learning Jira for 5 to 6 days, hands-on practice, and then we will switch to Confluence. That is another tool. That's also a tool from Atlassian. So if you just go to the products, Confluence, document collaboration. So with this tool, we will see how can we do the documentation more in a transparent way, in a better collaborating way. So you can just capture everything. So you can just capture the business requirements, your team's definition of ready, team's definition of done, team standards, all these things. So you can do this. 1 minute, I will just show you. Maybe I will do it at a later point of time, this installation and all those things. But using this Confluence, you can just go for complete documentation. You can see that as a document collaboration. So let us assume that in the waterfall methodology earlier, what was happening? The business was giving as a business requirement a document, and there is no proper collaboration. But here, the requirements we will document in the Confluence tool, and the business and IT team collaborate on the Confluence tool regarding the requirement clarifications and all those things. Okay, so all this course for the completion is going to take you around, if we are considering around 1 hour a day, it will take you around 18 days. And then after the course, I will help you with the resume preparation. Okay, what the market is demanding me for. I myself is an interview panel member. I know what are the questions that the interview people will be asking, how you have to answer, and what is the expectation from you guys. So I do take care of the interviews in the Australia and New Zealand region here, and I have done the same thing in Europe region as well. So I coach my students with the mock interviews kind of a thing, so that you prepare well for the interviews, and that is where my success lies. Most of my students are getting placed in various organizations. So you can personally chat with me, and then I can just provide you the sample success stories where my student got placed.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that's at a high level. Maybe I'll just park it here. I will just open the floor for questions one by one. Walter, do you have any questions for me? You want to understand a little bit more on any of the topics?
Well, I think I have some stuff you kind of went over, fairly quickly.
Oh yeah,
but
it's just a demo. It's just to give you a high level overview. Maybe in the classes we will go into the in depth with real time scenarios.
Yeah. So other than that, I really don't have any questions.
Right.
I like how you put things together. You put it in that it's
packaged in the right format. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Walter. Just over to John. John, do you have any questions for me? John, are you there? Maybe are you talking on mute? All right. Okay. So I will just switch over to Mudassir. Do you have any questions to me?
Hi, yes.
Yes, please go ahead, Mudassir. So do you have any questions for me?
As of right now, no. If I'm interested, who do I contact after this?
You can contact Samir. Samir is the contact person for us, and then I closely work with Samir. So it's like Samir will take care of all these things.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, Mudassir. And then I just switch over to Ramesh. Ramesh, do you have any questions?
Yeah, hi. Would you also be teaching us estimation techniques?
All right. Yeah, of course. A lot of stuff there. So estimation techniques, as you speak, maybe in Agile, we go for always the relative estimation, right? So we go for how you, as a Scrum Master, how you need to conduct a basic slice and view technique. So once you form the baseline, we can go for, there is a technique called planning poker technique, where you use the Fibonacci sequence. And then we'll go for the affinity estimation. We go for the t-shirt sizing, all these techniques that I teach. Yes.
Oh, great. And the certification, if I'm interested in writing a certification.
Tricky part. Yeah. Let me just give you a high level overview on the certification while all of you are here. Right. If anybody is from Scrum Alliance, please excuse me. I'm not enemy from the Scrum Alliance, but I will just try to differentiate between the Scrum Alliance and Scrum.org very quickly, so that you guys knows what's the difference, what are the pros and cons. There are two institutions from where you can get the certification: Scrum Alliance, Scrum.org. First, I'm starting with Scrum Alliance. The certification issued by the Scrum Alliance is CSM, Certified Scrum Master. What it demands? It demands a 2-day classroom mandatory training. Mandatory training. How much it will cost you? In USA, if you want to register for this course, it will cost you $1,300 US dollars. 2-day training classroom. At the end of 2 days, in these 2 days, they will not teach you any Jira, Confluence, no real-time scenarios. They will teach you theory at a high level. At the end of the 2 day, they will give you a link for the certification. So that certification, the exam will be having, I think here it's 60 questions, right? So you will be having 70 minutes to pass, and no, I think 80 minutes, yeah, 80 minutes to pass. And the exam format is very easy. You can copy paste the question in Google, and you will get the answer and then you can pass the exam. And the pass mark is also, I mean, less percentage of pass mark. I believe it's 65%. Main disadvantage I see here is, every 2 years you need to go for renewals, certification of renovation. And the market value, if I just go to the interview and then say that, hey, I'm a certified Scrum Master, nowadays interviewers knows, okay, we know the value of certification. It's just a 2-day training that you have attended, and then it's very easy to pass. And so they're not giving real value to that. On the other hand, on the contrary, Scrum.org, which they built the Scrum framework. So they have the certification called PSM, Professional Scrum Master. They don't emphasize on classroom trainings. No classroom training required, but they expect experience. But they don't ask for any relevant documentation and all those things to check for your experience, right? So this examination cost is very less, only $150. Main part comes here. Exam is tough. When I say tough, I mean it. So exam will be having 80 questions. You will be having 60 minutes. The pass mark is 85% pass mark. And out of this, at least you will be getting 20 scenario-based questions, not straightforward. As a Scrum Master, you were given 2 teams. The teams were fighting. What is the best thing you will be doing? So these are the challenge-based questions you will be getting. And as you can see, you will not be having not even a minute to attempt that question, because you have 80 questions, 60 minutes. Right, and it is a lifetime valid. You don't need a renewal. That's why interviewers nowadays, they are preferring a certification, PSM, from Scrum.org, because it is tough, it is scenario based, and people will be passing the examination if they have only experience, real-time experience. Okay, that's the challenge. So it's up to you to choose. And if you say that, hey Lakshmi, I understand both the statistics, but still I am interested with this 2-day training with paying 1,300, I'm not the right person, sorry. I have not to tie up with the Scrum Alliance. So there you can, but Scrum Alliance certification I will not be giving you. But PSM, yes, we will be covering all the scenarios. I will be helping you with the mock exams as well, just to guide you and then help you to pass the examination. That's about the certification.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Anyone else has any questions on any topics? I'll be happy to explain. So this course doesn't need any technical skills. I have some students who are from non-IT background and then who are in the roles of the Scrum Master nowadays. So it's about the process. It's all process and communication skills, how effectively you handle the teams. That's all you need. So you don't need to have any technical skills. So if it is a technical skill, nowadays things are changing drastically. So you need to just update yourself continuously. But here Scrum, once you are good, very good with the strong agile values and principles, once you have a good hold on the Scrum framework, so you can become a Scrum Master, and then you can start coaching or acting as a Scrum Master for the teams across the world. Okay. Any questions from anyone before I close the call?
Well, I have a question.
Yes, Walter. Yeah.
Lakshmi.
Yeah.
If so, when you go to act as a Scrum Master,
Right.
are these will there be techniques that a lot of these companies will expect you to already know,
Yes,
Or
because yeah, there is no jobs for the freshers, so the companies expect that okay, you already have 1 or 2 years of experience as a Scrum Master, and then they expect you to, because they are keeping their teams in your hands to make the team better. So you have to use certain techniques to make them better. So you should be very good at organizing the meetings, how to conduct the retrospectives very effectively, what are the techniques that you need to make you use to make the effective retrospectives, which I will be detailing in the course. So yes, these are the skills that I will be helping you to equip with before you before you start applying for the job. But to answer your question, yes, the expectations will be high. But any other questions from anyone? Ramesh, Walter, Mudashir, John?
Yeah, I think everyone is good here.
Right.
So I think we are very good here. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time, Sir Lakshmi.
No problem, Samir. It's my pleasure.
And
And I thank each of you for giving me an opportunity to just listen to my demo. And thanks for your time.
yeah,
And I wish you all the success and
and
hopefully listen to you.
once again, I want to clear with a few other things like for all students, we provide all the class recordings so that if you miss any of the class, you will be having a backup of the recording. So that's the advantage what you can get from here. And after the complete course, we do the resume preparation, mock interviews, and the trainer is also available for your questions. Okay. And moreover, like once you're done with the registration, we'll provide you the complete schedule of the classes, and the timings, links, and everything will be provided to you through the email. And I'll get back to you directly to your direct number, and I'll guide you through the registration process. Okay.
all righty.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, Samir.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Bye.